Okay, so as Fleur said, I was a practicing art therapist for a little bit, so I'm going to talk about art therapy and the therapeutic use of mandala coloring. So let's first start by talking about what is therapy. I think most of us know typical talk therapy is we have thoughts and feelings and emotions inside of ourselves, and we can't always deal with all of it, so we talk about it with someone else, sometimes just airing it is cathartic, or you formulate a plan. But some people have problems with communicating and they don't have the words, they can't describe it, or they have a trauma that blocks it. So art therapy is a way to kind of work around that. It gives you a non-verbal modality with which to express yourself. Now, art therapy can be a great subject and a way for groups to work together, either just creating art together or working on one piece specifically. Art therapy is incredibly valuable when working with children, because a lot of times children don't actually even have the words to describe how they're feeling. And it's also a way to kind of gauge their development, how they're doing, look for trauma triggers and things like that. Art therapy can also be very valuable when working with teens or just regular adults, especially those who tend to feel like they express themselves well with art, movement, writing, music, things like that. And art therapy can be incredibly valuable with working with older adults because some of them may be going through dementia and they're regressing a bit. And also just a lot of them haven't had creativity in their lives for a really long time. So letting them have that nostalgia and going back to a simpler time can really aid them in their processing. Now, why coloring? Coloring is great because how many of you colored as kids? Like, it's fun, it's nostalgic. And part of it is that it's easy. Instead of making someone sit down and say, like, paint a painting, if you've never painted in a while, that's hard. But saying, pick some colors and fill in the spots. It's easy. It's a way to kind of calm yourself down. Now mandalas. Quick change there. A lot of people know of mandalas through Tibetan monk mandalas, which is what you're seeing right here. The process is they take colored sands, they'll create this kind of circle idea, like a sacred circle, and they'll be meditating the whole time. Then when they finish, they scoop up all the sand and they go to a river or just they let it out into the air. The idea being that all of the meditation and all of the peace that they did while they were creating the mandala flows to other people. Now, this is kind of tied to the religion, but there's mandalas all over the world with all kinds of different religions in non-religious ways. In the Americas, a lot of indigenous people, this one is an example, an Aztec mandala. You'll see it in like a lot of Native American art, the concept of a sacred circle. In Europe, it goes back to the Celtic people with the tree of life. Oh, it didn't slide yet. Okay, there we go. The Celts with their like interwoven knots and their kind of almost sacred geometry. And once again, this cyclical, we'll go with that. Sacred circle. And even for the locals here, for you Pennsylvania people, the hex sign. I got one tattooed on me right here. Hex signs were put on barns to protect the farmers and the livestock from witches and hexes, but it's the same kind of idea, a symmetrical circle that helps you focus and keep away the badness. So, why in art therapy? Well, like I said before, for some people it's just calming and it's easy. I worked in a hospital with children. It wasn't mental health, they were just there for medical procedures, and it would actually bring down their heart rates and make them feel more calm and at ease. Now, for adults or for mental health reasons, there's lots of reasons why mandalas can be good. The circle nature of it helps to contain people. So if you're feeling a lot of anxiety, if you're feeling stressed out, or for a more serious thing, you're feeling manic or schizophrenic and you're kind of going off, having a circle to contain that energy and bring you in can be super therapeutic in that sense. Or it can help you with expanding and starting in the middle and going out and opening yourself up. Also, the modes that you use to color them can help. If you need more control, colored pencils and markers are gonna help you. It's a really automatic thing, it's there for you, you can shade. If you wanna get a little bit more loose, you can go to like watercolor or paints to kind of explore and do it. And the last thing I wanna mention is that you can color the same mandala every day for like a year. And every time you do it, it's gonna be a little bit different. What I like to say when doing mandala coloring is let the colors choose it. Choose if you wanna go outside in or inside out, or go in a circle, but the whole idea is that it's a simple way to meditate without having to sit or talk or listen to music, but just kind of get back to your natural self as a child.